I've got multiple sclerosis, and I was diagnosed about 20 years ago. And first of all, it started off with tingling in I thought I had tight shoes. Anyway, it's progressed fairly slowly, thankfully. And now I'm left with lack of balance and lack of power, particularly in my legs. My arms are absolutely fine, but I've lost power and balance. And the chair, Bambach chair, seems to give it back to me, particularly when I'm doing cooking in the kitchen and other things around the house. I first read about the Bambach Saddle Seat in the New Pathways magazine. They were advertising there, actually showed a lady actually cooking with it, and I thought that's what I need to try. And I rang up the company, who came along quite quickly with the seat, and also their rep came along and actually showed me how to use it for about an hour. Then I was allowed to keep it for a month, which was very good. That meant I could really have a play around with it. I could stop and start as I wanted to. And I tried it for that length of time and loved it and fell in love with it and bought it. And increasingly I found I could do more things than I actually thought. In fact, the more I used it, the more uses I could find for it. It really helped the quality of my life. The Bambach Saddle Seat is essentially a saddle on wheels. It makes you sit very high and proud on the chair. You have to be very straight backed. You have to use your pelvic muscles, you have to use your abdominal muscles to basically keep yourself upright. But it's no chore at all, it's like passive exercising. You don't feel that you're having to do it. It's not done for you, you do it for yourself, but you're a little bit unaware of it. I find the seat very stable. Because your feet are on the floor at all times, you never feel like you're going to fall off. Even though I haven't got a backrest, it doesn't matter, because in fact your body's strength will actually keep you upright. The wheels also mean that you can move around quite easily, and I often find that when people come into the house, into the kitchen, the first thing they do is make a beeline for the comfy seat, and it really is almost like top chair in the kitchen. It really is. The way that it's changed my life is that I'm able to almost take place in family events again. Before I had the Bambach, I found that I was abdicating various jobs to people because I could complete them or do them well. One of them, a named example, is of course the cooking. I couldn't provide decent meals right to start to finish, and the Bambach has given me back that. I was tending to find that prolonged standing tired me enormously. I like now doing things like dinner parties. Before I was stumbling when it came to the end of the meal, but now with the Bambach seat I can actually now get back into the sort of centre of the kitchen, a bit like a culinary Dalek, I suppose. The chair is very manoeuvrable. You can adjust the tilt securely, just so you can have it's really comfortable for you, or you can make it high or low, depending on, again, what job you're doing. Very useful, very, very satisfying. It has increased my independence enormously. I found that the only way I can live with MS is to actually not try and do my hardest to do what I used to do, but to do things differently. And this is where the seat really comes into play. It's given me back an awful lot of confidence. It's very good for my mental health. It tends to keep me up and happy. Much to my delight, I found that I could use the seat in particular when I'm playing with the Wii. I found that when I'm playing tennis, I can actually play quite a decent game of tennis, actually. It exercises the top part of your body completely, so your upper body strength is increased all the time, and even your abdominal strength as you move from side to side. Not having to rely on your legs for balance, so there's actually no chance of falling off and hurting yourself. I found the Bambach seat has really helped me, and it can certainly help others. What it does do is that it gives you back what you've lost, which is a place in the family home, in the kitchen in particular, places where you need to use your legs, and suddenly you find you can't do it because your legs are weak and your power's gone. That really is the whole essence, I think, of actually getting equipment to help you. It just helps you to replace just to do things differently. It affects your confidence. I do think with MS, attitude is everything. I think it's very important that you're very upbeat most of the time. And the Bambach seat is part of the armoury of things that you have around you, just to help to keep you mobile and to do the things that which you normally do. I feel in a way that I've reclaimed them now. In a way they were going from me bit by bit with my MS as my MS progressed. I'd like to particularly say thank you to Mary Gale, who actually invented the Bambach seat. I understand that she was an Australian occupational therapist, and she's done really well by inventing the seat that actually sort of means that people like me can actually sort of maintain an active lifestyle quite happily. It really does improve the quality of my life, no end.